Hello Yuki, how are things going with you? Hopefully you're hearing us. I just hit the go live button as you were getting in here, so hopefully you could hear us now. I hope you're having a good evening. And congratulations on being first. It's quite an honor to have you here with us tonight, Yuki. Thank you. Hopefully
Indeed.
we can show you some elite level 7 days gameplay, especially now that we have the Crucible. We start working with steel and all that fun stuff. Mike was mentioning a little bit beforehand. He was kind of asking me what he should start doing with the Crucible now that he has it. And I'm like, I don't know. You're the one that wanted it so badly. So it's kind of up to you to figure out what you want to do with it.
Yeah, I was telling him that, like, really the only thing that I can think of that we really need the steel for is to reinforce the walls of our base a little bit more. Yeah, it can be useful on the bars as well, but a lot of people say they kind of keep the bars at iron and then just make a secondary wall on the other side of it and then steel that up, because then if you do get those demolition zombies, you can just survive one explosion better than you can if you have just, like, you know, cobblestone or whatever.
Oh yeah, those demolition zombies would be a pain. But I think that I was sort of thinking about this, I remember now. We might want to try replacing the side, because I know we ended up covering up a lot of the sides with actual concrete since we didn't really have a way to upgrade the bars. But maybe we'll want to start putting some more bars and getting those upgraded to, you know, either iron, maybe even steel in some places. Especially along the side that's facing the trader. Because you were saying that's where they start coming in now, because it's supposed to be the weakest spot.
Yeah.
So getting that reinforced would probably be a good idea. Because we have to do it mostly on our side, since we don't have a way of really building it out.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, we need a way to shoot them through something, whether it's bars or whatever. Because that's where they're all ganging up on anyway. Hello, Persona. What's going on with you? Hopefully, you're doing well tonight as well. Also, let us know if you could hear us, because I know we said hello to Yuki. I'm not sure. Maybe Yuki quickly had to step out or whatever, but hopefully you guys are hearing us right now. So, just looking to get some kind of confirmation in the chat before we get too ahead of ourselves. I mean, I think I have everything set up correctly, but you never do know. There's always something that could go wrong with these streams.
That's true.
Thankfully, we're a bit early compared to when I scheduled the stream, so I have time to fix it. You can hear me? Alright, excellent, Persona. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got Mike here as usual, as you could probably tell.
Mm-hmm.
And we're about ready to begin another stream of 7 Days to Die. This time we're going to be... Well, Mike is probably going to be doing the work with the steel, at least trying to make it. Now, to make the steel, what exactly does it entail?
Oh, it just takes more iron than usual because, unlike other games where you actually have to have, like a specific material to go along with the iron to make it into steel, you just need more of it.
Oh, so basically there's a lot of iron makes steel.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
It's funny.
Alright, well that should make it at least somewhat easy to get the steel. Then you just have to, I guess, forge it, and then you take it out of the forge and can start upgrading with it, huh?
Right.
Alright, so I'm gonna start loading up the game, and we'll get this started. Well, as always, the game takes a while to load, so we'll have to see if that works. And half the time, it does crash, so we'll have to make sure it doesn't crash before we have to restart this, which we may have to do.
Of
I
course.
think the last time was pretty good. Oh no! Your earphones weren't connected to the PC, you're wondering why Persona said that? Oh, so that's why. I was actually kind of like talking to you, Yuki, at first. I'm like, oh, I guess maybe Yuki had to step away. Okay, Yuki, well, I'm glad you're here now. Because I was saying hello to you, and I'm like, oh, Yuki, how are things going? And I'm like, hopefully Yuki can hear me. And then when Persona came in the chat, I'm like, oh, Persona, are you able to hear us? Because I know Yuki didn't say anything back, so I just had to check. Alright, well, it's excellent to know that you can hear us now, Yuki.
Yuki was feeling all ignored there at first, like, what is going on?
Yeah, just being completely silent. What's going on here? Oh, Trader Joe's just opened up apparently. Oh, hold on, I need to alt tab. I might interrupt your thing, but I have something messed up right now. Oh no, it's closing because it's nighttime here. Damn it. There we go. Couldn't get the thing going first. Hey, Daniel, what's going on with you? Oh boy, okay, I have to change the
Playing
settings.
the game with your toes.
It's like really bad right now. Motion blur's on. Turn that shit off. I don't really need all this fancy crap right now. It's kind of just killing the performance of the game. Let me turn this all off. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to quickly turn something off. That's why this game is running like ass right now. I'm like, it's worse than usual. What the hell's going on here? I'll turn this down a bit. Okay, this should help out a bunch. At least a little bit, I hope. As long as it's not absolutely running like a turd. Should be able to get by. Let me bring up the the monitoring software so you can see how bad it is. Okay. Oh, it's much better now. Oh, it also turned nighttime, so that's probably helped out. Let me try setting the invite again, since probably glitched it as it usually does.
No, I'm still loading in. It didn't kick me out, surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought it was when I was messing around with the settings, but I felt like I had to. Yeah, it's a weird quirk about this game, person. I think you've been here before when I've complained about it. In fact, I'm fairly certain. But it always runs like crap at night. Oh, here's Mike spawning in. Well, he probably can't see the game just yet.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Alright, just having a look around. Oh, we had another anvil? I didn't know that. Is this a crack? I guess they attacked the concrete at the base at some point. Well, it's not really that damaged. Alright. So. Hey, Elite. But anyways, yeah, it's all good, Yuki. Believe me, we've had more complex technical issues, so I'm not going to make fun of anyone for that stuff. Oh, a zombie's come in through the bridge. There we go. But yeah, anyway, Daniel, how are things going with you? I don't know if I said, if I asked you how your night's been. Because I did get distracted, as I tend to do. But hopefully your night's going well. In addition to the other people. Yeah, Yuki was here first. Yuki has the honor sniper somehow. They actually did beat you. But what happened was they didn't have their headphones plugged in, so it just... they weren't hearing what I was saying. Put Mike in a box? What? Just put Mike in a box and him saying, why am I in a box? Oh, you mean like in, like if you're playing Minecraft with a friend and you put a box over their spawn point? I guess you could do that in this game.
To one of our friends one time. They were mining and I just boxed them in with dirt.
Oh, you know what's all I want to do? I want to start clearing out some of this additional dirt or whatever that's in our base, because this... I keep worrying about this being the cause of some of the zombies spawning in the base, which I swear has happened. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, and maybe they somehow broke in some other way, but there's always at least 1 or 2 zombies that seem like they spawn inside of the walls of our base. I'm just going to try to actually clear this all up as much as I can anyway. Probably don't have stone. Okay, that's fine at least. I have to clear this junk away too, for all I know. You like seeing people in real life skateboarding? Who look like they're dressed from the Create Skater on video games? Really? You have any examples of that? Like people are just kind of like dressed all wacky or something? Maybe they have some like funky dyed hair or whatever.
Do they play funky music too?
Of course they do. They play, what is that song? The Take Me to Funky Town song. Even though it's like a really old song now. Oh, are you a skateboarder, Daniel? I've always seen skateboarders, but I never actually tried it myself. Because I just remember it being a popular thing that people used to do. At least when I was younger. You know, I'm not sure if they really have as many people that do skateboarding anymore.
What are you digging up right now?
I was mentioning to you before, Mike, that I was going to try to clear away all the crap that's on the ground that we haven't replaced ourselves. See if that helps the zombies from kind of spawning in here. So it's just like a broken tile that's in front of the stairway. That happens to be made out of concrete, but it's not the concrete we added. I'll make sure zombies don't sneak up on me. Just like we set the bridge up. Oof. Character's tired. Oh, I didn't mean to dig that far down. Damn it. No, you dig in the wrong place, you asshole. Why are you so stupid? I wonder if I can place that. Maybe I can. Oh, there we go. Phew. Ah, you're a beginner? Oh, wait, everyone's searching somewhere. I always saw people skate, but I never actually tried it myself, so that's cool.
I remember buying a skateboard for fun. I never really got much into it. It was just kind of fun to just roll around town on it a little bit, though.
Yeah. That's exactly what, you know, I did. I had a skateboard, but really didn't really use it that much.
The popular one here now is the longboard, where you can't really do any tricks with it or anything. But it's good for like getting around like campus and stuff like that. People take them to like their college campus and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that being very popular in high school as well, because like it also seems to go like very heavily hand in hand with the surfing community as well. And we're kind of like in along like a beach area, so you tend to have a lot of that kind of people here. Do you have any more cobblestone? Or did we kind of use it all?
I think we ended up using it all.
Yeah.
I was meaning to go and make
like
more.
That might be something we have to do on the stream, is kind of do like a whole mining session to get more stuff like that. I'm just going to leave these as the... whatever. The fortified wood, or whatever it's called. Doesn't really matter for this anyway. You're trying to get into some new hobbies? I mean, just take your pick, I guess. There's a lot of different stuff out there you could... I mean, there's no end to the possibilities, really. Let's fix this up.
Possibilities.
That remind you of a song or something?
Yeah.
Here's a little bit more. Apparently this is right over the concrete of the, I guess this is the basement. Alright. So hopefully this prevents any chance of those things from spawning in here, which might be what they're doing. We might also make the wall a little bit taller. Make another, like, foot or whatever taller than it is already. Oh, here's some over here, too.
So yeah, I don't know if they changed the zombies spawning recently or not, because one thing I heard is like this guy I've been watching, he made what he called like an escape shaft under his base, and zombies started spawning in it.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned it to me, I think, you know, at some point during the week or whatever afterwards on stream.
And so he said, make sure you put the fences on your mine shaft just in case.
Yeah, well, we did put a few doors downstairs, so, like, you can't just immediately go through there. If they did spawn in, they would have to kind of bash through a few things, which they probably could do quite easily, but...
Yeah.
Saw some guy with a shovel the other day walking. Pretty sure he was digging, too. Oh, he's just, like, digging around your town? Or was he, like, out in the forest or something? That's pretty funny. Like, what are you trying to dig for, my dude?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, like, different depending on where you live exactly. Like, if you're in a more rural area, I'm like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, you have to work some kind of land or whatever. But if it's just, like, a, you know, a suburban area, or maybe a city would be even stranger, I guess, because, like, there's not much dirt around. What the hell are you gonna do with that? There we go. Mouse is stuck. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it to you guys, but I do have a new keyboard at this point. It's all fancy, and it actually lights up so I could see which key I'm hitting, even when it's dark out like this. So I would say hopefully there's no room for making any mistakes in this anymore, but that probably still will happen at some point. Just have less of an excuse now. I kind of wonder if this is an issue. You know, the brick that was, like, down here already? This, like, red brick? I wonder if this would cause them to spawn. Hopefully not. That's like, a lot.
Weird.
What's up?
That zombie was stuck there. Wasn't hitting the wall or anything. But it was, like, jumping up and down there like it was stuck. That was weird.
I didn't see it. I guess you killed it before I got over here.
Yeah. I just heard it making its noise. And then I was like, wait a minute, what is that?
Put some bars on this side. What's this? I got your arrow, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Might have been for construction or yard work. Oh, that would make a lot of sense then. Yeah, if you had some kind of, like, construction area. You son of... I always forget which button to hit when placing something. It's like the opposite of what I expect. Also, let me change this so it's facing the other way.
I guess I need the clay soil too.
Ooh. Let's make a new layer. What can I make of these? Enough for now. I probably have to go get more wood. More wood, more stone, more resources in general. You can all make mistakes, not perfect. No, we must expect perfection. There's no substitute. It's funny, but that is how some people are, though. How could I forgive myself for doing something so stupid? I don't know. I don't really get that worked up playing games. I mean, that's kind of a lie. I do usually get annoyed about playing games, but I don't really get hung up on it afterwards. I guess would be the more appropriate thing to say. Like, after I'm done playing the game, I'm not gonna harp on, like, oh no, I hit the wrong button during 7 Days to Die, and I looked like a fool in front of everyone. Alright, so, ooh. Character is starved. I swear to God.
No, no.
Oh. Oh, we have food, never mind. At least we have food to cook. Let's see, I think I did get a few recipes. Let me try making something. Because I never really tried making something. I usually have Mike do it because he had unlocked most recipes. I think I unlocked a few things too, though. So let me add in some wood here. Though, I can't make any of the fancy things. Unless, are they... Do we have this? Let me just take a bunch of this crap out. Maybe I can make something with all this.
Oh, I guess it died on the spikes. I heard a zombie out here.
So these things use weird materials to make, so I'm just gonna take this all out and put it back in, I guess. Peas and stock and animal fat.
Oh, here comes a wandering horde, apparently.
Ooh, do you want to have fun killing them? Where are
Sure, I'm just wondering if I should pull up the bridge or not.
they? Where are they?
Over by the boar house is where I just saw them.
Oh, no, you let them run away? Oh, there they are. Hello, nurse. Hello, clone nurse. Wait, was it just 2 of them? Oh no, my game's running like ass again. What's going on this time? Feels like it's starting to chop up. It's not as bad as last time, but there was like 2 of them, Mike. Oh, you gave me an invitation.
Yeah.
You were saying a wandering horde.
It looked like there was a lot more because I saw a lot of movement. I think it was just the light over there that was moving. It made it
Yeah.
look like there was more.
Alright, I'll accept your invite. Even though you're a big scaredy cat and thought 2 zombies was a horde. Oh, I have to get my food now. I was actually able to make a stew, so hopefully that'll keep myself fed for a while.
I need to get more potatoes somehow.
I mean, probably could have made them or grown them at one point, but I think the zombies tried to destroy the garden we had at one point.
Yeah. Just have more stone in here. Dang it.
Oh, we did? Where did we put it?
I put some in my bike, apparently. I need to put that in the forge to make more concrete. There you go.
What's this good for? Yeah, let me have some of this real quick. Okay, let me put away this extra sand and junk that I don't really need right now. Keep the wood, keep that. Oh, that was some meat on me. I'll leave that for you in case you want to do more cooking.
Okay. I made us another crafting box.
Ooh, very fancy. Oh, you guys are discussing your favorite foods again? Wow, that night actually went pretty quick. Probably because we like started it while we were playing.
Yeah, souffle. Nice. Or as some kids like
Let's
to
cut down this
joke
forest we've grown.
a soffle.
The soffle? It's easier to say that, I guess.
I've just heard people be smart asses about how to pronounce
Oh yeah, now the
certain
performance.
things like that.
Yeah, it is weird. I think I actually did read about this. It does seem like whenever it's the nighttime or the dusk, or what is it? Nighttime, dawn or dusk? That's what I'm looking for. Is when it really gets bad. I don't know why. Suppose there's some kind of bug they have with the lighting system, I guess. Hopefully they get that fixed eventually, because it's very annoying. It's every freaking time, man. You know what else? I have my settings reset, so I have to like keep changing things back and forth a little bit. You turn off the depth of field. I don't really care that much for that effect, and if it's affecting the performance at all, it's just not worth it. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We're not too careful. We didn't yell timber in case, you know, Mike is nearby and it hits him in the head. It's his own risk.
I actually do remember when you could actually be killed by trees falling on you.
I think that's pretty funny. I think they should have that as an option.
Yeah. Alright, I'm making 2,000 cobblestone rocks. That should be more than enough.
Yeah, you think. Alright, since we got a couple people here, you guys in the chat, do you want to hear a little bit of an update on what I have planned for the rest of the week? In terms of streams or whatever? Because I do have some things that are going to be happening. And I figured since you guys are here, if you guys want to hear a little preview, I'll let you know. Though if you wanted it to be a surprise, I won't mention it. I guess I'll let you guys vote on it right now. Vote whether you want to hear what it is, or whether you want it to be a surprise. And we'll let the people who win have their way, I suppose. Get some permission, sure. So I guess those are people who want me to share the news. I need to have something to drink to refresh my sound a little bit quicker. Let's see who else was in the chat. I know we had Daniel on point. I'm pretty sure it's gonna win, but I'm just waiting for the I'm just waiting to have the drama, the suspense, essentially. You want to hear it? I know you want to hear it, Persona. I already counted yours as a vote for yes. Alright, since Daniel might be away from the computer doing something else, I don't want to keep you guys waiting for too long. But I think we're gonna do what day? Today's Wednesday, okay. So I think Friday. Oh, wait a second. Daniel says maybe surprise and partially tell. Ooh, a partial tell. Try that. Okay, I like the idea of that, Daniel. I mean, it's kind of undemocratic because technically you're the only one that said that. But I do like the partial tell, like kind of like a hint. Okay. Trying to think of a way to do this then. I feel like it's undemocratic, but I like the idea of it. And because it appeals to me, it makes me want to do it. So I have to think of the proper way to hint at it, though. How do I tell this? So I'm trying to think how easy I should make it for you guys. If I want to be generous and give you a hint, that'll pretty much give it away. Retreat or follow Mike in the game and try a round. Would he help or keep it on him to make it funny for more viewers? I don't think it would actually get more viewers, but I'd probably keep it on just because it's funny. That's enough motivation for me. You know, that would be funny. Because you can get your bones broken in this game. Like, if you get your bones broken in a way that your character couldn't move, but you were still alive. Like, you actually had to wait for another character to come and pretty much help you. That'd be pretty interesting. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm getting wrecked by a wolf, meanwhile. What the fuck? Well, that was unexpected. Alright, well, it's free meat for us. Yeah, here we go. I can say what day it is instead. I could. I kind of like the idea of hinting at it. And I actually am leaning towards being a little bit more generous. I have to take Tylenol or something. I have a headache now. It's ridiculous. But I do think that idea would be kind of cool. It should be an option that they have, so you wouldn't have to do it if you didn't want to. And especially since you're not always going to be playing with another human with you. But it would be a lot of fun if, like, that was an actual option. Like, oh, god damn it, Mike, you have to carry me back to the base. I can't actually move on my own. And I guess since, like, a person would be heavy, you'd have to, like, empty out, like, pretty much all your item space or whatever. Or maybe if you have a bike or whatever, you can, like, get them on your bike and kind of, like, have them ride on the back of it, I guess.
Like, draped over.
Yeah. Oh, I did have this medicine with me. I didn't even check. Which I should have just done, but. Hey, Trader Joe's is not open. Best news I heard all day. Alright, well, essentially, I'll put it in a generous way so you guys don't have to be too teased. Let's just say on Friday, we'll be sharing some more memories. How about that? I think I could spell that out a little bit more, but I think that should be sufficient. And of course, I have more accurate estimate on when that will be. Probably, maybe tomorrow. So we know what time on Friday that'll be. Or you tie his leg to a rope, and the other to the bike, and you drive to the base. Alright, I'm pretty sure they just finish him off completely if you did that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that wouldn't be fun at the same time, but probably wouldn't be good for helping him survive. Oh, you know what I meant? Yeah, I knew you'd know. I'm like, oh, I'll be generous and give him a good hint. And I also think you guys have an idea of what we'll be covering in this next one, because I think we've covered most of the stuff to get to the proper point for this. Alright. Trying to replant the trees, that way we have more wood later. It's always a good idea to do that. Of course, there'll be a huge freaking jungle by the time this all grows in. I should get this rock next, because I definitely need it. Actually, I probably should stop by the trader and make sure he's, not something that's too useful. Come on, plant the rest of these trees. Problem is, like, you can't grow them too close to one another, so if there's a little sprout, it won't actually count that area as a place you plant it. So what are you taking on for the day, Mike? Anything fun?
I'm just searching this house that's nearby for fun.
Ooh, which one?
Oh. Hold on.
I'm open.
There we go.
Don't get yourself killed.
It's not very far away from our house. Like, hit the Windows button by mistake.
Oh, what did you fight? Because I actually gave a lot of experience, apparently.
Oh, a radiated zombie.
Oh, I had a feeling something like that. Something radiated. That usually gives a bunch of experience. Ah, you're so generous with that experience you're sharing, man. Good lord. Yeah, just because we got the Crucible doesn't mean there's no reason to check the trader. They can still have some useful stuff for you.
What do you seek, friend?
And at some point, I probably should make like a list of the things to buy that are used for like the cooking recipes, like that hobo stew or whatever it is that gives you a bunch of points.
Oh yeah.
There's something you might want to get at one point. The Forgetting Elixir. So I remember seeing that. I'm like, it lets you reset your points, and eventually that might be useful when you kind of don't need a certain skill anymore. But for now, I'm not in a particular need for that.
Come back
So nothing else
tomorrow.
from here.
We get new goods daily.
Yeah, you get new goods daily, supposedly.
Cool. More cement.
Well, that's something we'll definitely need more of. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before, guys. We're gonna want to like try to like reinforce these bars here. Maybe kind of get a bit more of an opening to shoot through some of these areas. That way we could take them up before they bust through these bars, which they will after a while. I mean, they'll even get through the concrete. Oh, what happened in the chat?
Oh, I got a level up. Nice.
Oh, you're just checking to see how Yuki was doing? Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought you were going to ask her a question or something too, because I was kind of waiting. I'm like, oh, what's he going to say? come and see what you did here. Well, it looks like you had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Tore through this place.
Wasn't able to loot a whole bunch because I still have my inventory practically full, but...
You're thinking about taking my motorcycle while you were here? You're just
No, I was
staring
thinking
at
about putting something in there.
Oh, do you want to? Are you
No.
full?
I don't actually have anything to put in it right now that I really needed to give to you, but...
Oh, okay. Hello, Kyle. Good to see someone playing 7 days. Yeah, we do this every week. We have our weekly 7 Days to Die co-op stream. Well, we're playing in co-op mode anyway. Mike doesn't have the stream going, it's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're welcome to stop by anytime, Kyle. We've gotten quite far in the game, as you can probably tell by the day counter. And we only just found the Crucible in the last part. Which we were looking for quite a while. We were very, very eagerly looking forward to it. And now that we have it, we're like, oh, well, now we actually make all that steel. It's going to take forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
155
driving around like a
there.
maniac as always.
I mean, you
Every
kinda
Wednesday,
have-
that's right, Persona. Keep forgetting what day it is? That happens. I had to think about it myself a little bit earlier. Even though I should have this kind of entrenched since we do it so frequently.
I might as well make as much as we can.
Oh yeah. And Mike is the one who's
At
sort of in
least
charge
wipe
of all
that shit
the
off your boots before you come into my
crafting
shop.
and planning on that front, the forging.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's played the game a lot longer than me and is more familiar with this stuff. And I would just be like staring at it, not knowing what to do, pretty much. Ooh. Alright, something to make the gyrocopter accessories, so let me get this. Blade trap schematic.
A sale is a sale, even if it's to a scumbag like you.
It won't be a scumbag trader wrecked. Did I check his secret vault, or was that just in the regular? Okay, no, I was just making sure. So the gyrocopter's also maybe one of the last late game things we need to get. And yeah, I think I have all the recipes for this now. So we just have to get all the parts. And I can actually make one of these.
Cool.
It's actually not too bad to make. Well, it takes a lot of stuff though. Yeah. 187 forged steel. That's what we need the crucible for. Actually, that was just for the one part of it. Probably use more for, Oh, no you don't. Okay, good. Do I think that Mike secretly goes through the crate that says try stuff when Mike's, Oh, the stuff that says try stuff, Mike stay out. Well, he can't, because I actually locked it. I know better. You think I was just born yesterday or something? What is this place? Oh, the laundromat. Alright, we don't really care about that. Though it would be funny. Now, Mike, if you were to destroy the chest that I locked up, would that get you access to the stuff, or would it just destroy everything?
I think it destroys it, actually.
Yeah, so that wouldn't do him any good either, then.
Because I don't
mean,
think
he
I can destroy the lock on it.
Yeah, he could do it to be a dick if he wanted to, but he wouldn't actually gain anything from it. And they haven't made any way to use the lockpicks for this, right?
No.
I wonder if that's something they'll add at some other point, since there are people who play this in a, in PvP servers or Something like that. More competitive play styles, that sort of thing. Get some more gasoline on here. There's a gas station right behind me. I wonder if they have anything in there. Well, that kind of reminds me, Mike, did you hear about that stuff they had like this last week about how I guess they had a ship that got stuck in a canal or whatever? The Suez Canal in Egypt. And I guess they couldn't like move it for the longest time.
I think I did hear about that actually. Like they finally did get it.
Yeah, it took them a while.
Yeah.
But they were saying like, oh, that's gonna cause like all the gas prices to go crazy because like they can't transport stuff and it's like all chaos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anything like really happened around here anyway, so I don't know if that's true or not. I just remember like seeing people freaking out about it. Oh, wow, we killed a police officer with one hit.
Oh, water. Okay. It's like, what the hell do I need else for this? Okay.
Oh wow, we really need that anymore. Right, so there's not much here. The stock, that is stock, right? Oh, it's a beef ration. Whatever. I mean, that might be used for the stews as well. Problem is, I can never remember the recipes until I actually check them. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, never let your guard down in this game. Not for a second. It's like before when I was out chopping down trees and all of a sudden a wolf comes out of nowhere. Granted, that probably is fairly accurate because I was in the woods at least, so that would be a place they'd normally live. Oh, there you go. The favorite weapon to use in the game? Oh, come on, Persona. I think you already know what that is. If that's you asking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That might have just been a statement. But if you have to... Oh, a vault area. Let's go check this out. This looks cool. Oh.
I've been enjoying using the sledgehammer, but I used to be a huge fan of the... like, you can make a iron club in the game, and the baseball bat were both really fun to use. But then I found out that the raw damage of both just didn't match up.
Well, this isn't the biggest underground vault, but still pretty cool to look at. Goodbye, nurse. Yeah, indeed. Poor nurse, she didn't have a chance. A ghost of a chance for doing stupid buns. I mean, it doesn't really go for that, though, because she's a zombie, not a ghost, but I mean, I guess they're both dead. Is it the 76 one? Hopefully not. Otherwise, the game would get 100 times worse if it was. Yeah, I still think it's funny looking back to that game. Because there were a lot of people who were just looking so forward to it, and then everyone, or almost everyone I knew, was just so disappointed by it. Wait, what kind of military vest do I have on right now? Oh, level 6. Wait. Yeah, pretty much I can't replace any of this, because it's just too good. Kind of maxed out our armor at this point, which is not a bad thing, it's just funny. There are spare goods in here for
Selling
them.
a cement mixer now. That's funny.
The trader selling you a cement mixer?
Yeah, he can sell a cement mixer now, which is funny.
Oh, I forget, did we have trouble finding one at first? It's been a while.
Yeah. And then we just made 2 of them.
Here. I don't know if you guys paid any more attention to this, but in terms of video games and announcements they make, have they ever talked any more about what they're gonna do with, you know, those gaming series, the ones like Fallout and, what was it? How did I... Elder Scrolls. Jesus, I don't know how I forgot that. Because I know they got bought by Microsoft now. So I wonder how that affects, like, them making games at this point. Will it be a Subnautica playlist or the Persona 5 streams? I mean, playlist on my channel? Yeah, eventually I might actually make one, we'll see. I mean, you do realize it requires me to actually go in and make it. Which is maybe counting for a lot to actually happen, though.
I've been really bad at making playlists as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those things that if you don't do right away, you just don't do it. I've noticed.
I used to have it set where it would do it automatically, but sometimes that'd cause issues, and you have stuff go in the wrong playlist, so I stopped doing it that way.
Yeah.
Maybe they fixed that now, for all I know. Well, we checked everything here. There wasn't really that much. I always like how the doors are the hardest part to get into. You know what I found, Mike? I found a robotic turret. How does that work exactly?
That's that thing that shoots that iron ammo that like you just make from scrap iron. It's
right, yeah, you were telling me
at
about that.
shooting down regular zombies, but it can always hit the button on the demolition one. So
that sounds like a concern, alright. There's a gas station right next to it, that's funny. I'm not gonna check another one. Just kinda see what they had in the city
like,
here.
It's a user beware type situation.
Sorry, just wondering. Oh no, I'm just kinda making a joke about, you know, myself actually having to do something to make that happen though. Now it's probably not likely to happen. I'm not scolding you, Persona. It's alright.
I always like it whenever YouTube actually follows the pattern of the series that you're trying to do or whatever. That's always nice, but whenever I've always...
Oh, like when they predict what the next episode should be?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I've been watching this one series on YouTube, and the guy does have a playlist for it, but I prefer watching it outside the playlist so I don't have to worry about that autoplay feature in case I don't want to watch the next episode.
Yeah, you know what? Just to interrupt real quick. Do you know what's something I think it's funny that in all the years YouTube still has not done? When you watch a video that's in a playlist for something, why doesn't it automatically suggest that playlist? Like, show in the top, like, oh, this video's in a playlist. Do you want to watch the rest of this playlist? Like, that should just be an option on every YouTube page. And it's so simple to do, but for whatever reason, they never thought about doing that. I just had to interrupt with that. It's always annoying me.
No. You're cool. I was just saying, though, I think it's funny whenever you are watching it in a playlist, and then it tries to say, oh, you've reached the end of this one. Let's just start into the next one when you want to, like, maybe wait till the end before you read the comments and stuff, you know? And so then you have to actually sit and wait a second
to bring water.
Yeah, read the comments.
Oh yeah, that has happened on some occasions where I'm like actually just reading the comments of the video and then it like ends up finishing and I'm like, oh no, like it's jumping to another video. What the hell is this shit? I wasn't done with that, you asshole. Oh, nothing in there. Wait, what's this stuff? There's a cabinet out in the middle. Oh, there's actually water in here. Actually use this.
I just had a zombie spawn behind me again.
Dude, I haven't they'll literally just spawn right in front of me. Like, I see them just, like, pop in there. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Oh, my.
Oh, hold on a second. What is this? When putting game teasers and trailers, I should put in game discussion instead of general chat? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Like, you mean you want to link something on Discord? Trailers. of a game or something you saw. Yeah, if you wanted to discuss it in depth, I would go to the game discussions for that. I don't really get too like organizational happy if someone just wants to link it, like just to show off in the general. It was more meant to like stop people from constantly like discussing a game and like getting into the spoilers of a game, just in like the main section of it. Like I'll admit to that you outright. Like that's the main reason we made the game discussions, because like I guess about a year or so ago, like there were people just were just discussing certain games way too much and then getting to like spoilers of them, and we're kind of like, well, people may not actually know what's going on in that game, so maybe you should actually not do this here. Lately, that hasn't really been an issue though.
All right, I'm ready.
Uh-oh, leaving your keyboard? It's a risky thing to do, Mike. Hopefully you end up alright.
Hello, traveler. What's ailing you?
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be a problem for you either way, Persona. Cause I'm just not gonna mind in general. Like I said, there's just a time when there were people who were like 2 or 3 people just wanted to discuss a game like constantly, and they got into like way too much depth about it. And it's like, oh well, 1, there are spoilers being talked about which aren't good, and then 2, like it's kind of just like overflowing the whole chat to like the point where no one else can talk about anything. So if you're just like wanting to link to a trailer, you're like, oh, this game's interesting, and I think people should check it out. Yeah, that's fine for the general chat. I wouldn't really be looking to move that or whatever. Oh, speaking of that, does remind me. I remember, I guess it was like last week or something. Like you were mentioning to me something about like posting memes in the general chat, and I was kind of like not sure what you were talking about because I thought you just meant it in general. Because I think I was kind of like, oh yeah, well, you know, people do some memes like whatever. I don't really mind. But then I ended up checking after the fact, and like I didn't realize just how many memes they posted. I ended up deleting most of them because I'm like, I don't even know what you're trying to post here, man. It was like way too much of like a certain type of meme. I'm like, I don't even get it. Like, I don't know what it has to do with anything. Yeah, it was Blob. I know who you're talking about. I wasn't saying it was you. I know you were asking me about people posting memes in the general chat, and I didn't know what you were talking about at the time because I hadn't seen that. And then when I looked at it all, I'm like, what the hell? Like this guy posted like 10 messages in a row just of like all these random things. And I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all that stuff in the chat. I actually want to buy this, but I don't have the money because I left it in my bike like an idiot.
And you
Look at me getting
all
angry
this
at myself
way.
again for doing something.
What a
Was that you
waste.
coming back, Mike? I thought I heard something putting down like a glass or something or whatever.
Yeah, I got myself some water.
Oh, I knew you were coming back. I was like, oh, that sounds like someone putting something down. Must be Mike. Otherwise, I'm hearing ghosts or something in his microphone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I just heard that, like a ghostly whisper when Mike leaves the room. Actually, I shouldn't say this. He's gonna get an idea. He's gonna like troll me at some point. He's gonna like leave the room and then he's gonna start playing like a horror soundtrack or something.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I know. I just gave you an idea.
Nice. I almost have 2 stacks
Thanks for the
of
business. Stay
dupes.
safe out there.
I didn't actually read what that did. I bought like a skill book about sniping. Oh, I maxed it out. Now I can craft a ghillie suit, apparently. Really?
Oh, I'm trying to remember if that actually works or not.
Oh, it's like something they haven't programmed in yet?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, they lied to me. Oh no, I think it is. I just have to get the plant fibers and a sewing kit. I mean, I don't know what good it actually does.
Like, what I mean is, like, I don't remember how well it actually worked against the zombies, like what people wanted it for. I think I heard people say that it seemed like it was meant more for like the multiplayer aspect of the game.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing when you like mentioned like, oh wait, he probably means like, oh, another recipe. Cool. Yeah, he probably means it doesn't actually work on the AI of the zombies, which I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Unfortunately, that happens in a lot of games. Where's the zombie anyway? Oh, you. She's just standing there behind me. That was weird. I was like, where's the zombie? And I turned around and she's just standing there, not even swinging at me. It's kind of scary, actually, because she was just staring at me like... They are supposed to be attacking you right away. So it's, like, really unnerving that they're not attacking you in a way.
Reminds me of DayZ, back when that was, like, a first thing, you know? And, like, the zombies would sometimes run up to you, but not actually attack. And it was like, oh, okay.
Nothing like checking a random house. Oh, potato seed? Mike might like
Good,
that.
I need that.
Yeah, it is. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, we need as many potato seeds as we can get.
Alright.
That's for our meat stew.
Commercial toilet. Good, I don't need no substandard toilet.
Yeah, we could shit in style with that. Not that that's really a thing anymore in the game.
Oh yeah, I remember you like saying that in an early version of the game that your character would actually get diarrhea and stuff.
And you would actually get turds from it, and what was funny is that you
That's
could
just so
actually use it as
ridiculous.
fertilizer.
Oh, that's
And
so
then they
disgusting. Yeah, you're definitely not supposed to use fertilizer out of human feces. That is not the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Just remind me of how a friend of mine played music in a voice chat, then left and just watched the cast go on. When everyone was studying, doing assignments, just noticed we all get rickrolled. That reminds me, I can't remember who it was, but we had someone who kept, on the Discord, they kept showing up in the voice chat and just kind of like lurking there. Like, I'm not sure, they might have just like clicked on it accidentally, but it kept happening. So at one point I programmed the bot to like play music, and I like made them go in the voice chat and like play, I think it actually was like Rick Astley, that song, Rickroll. And I just kind of had to play music, and then like a few seconds later they left the channel. I'm like, oh, there we go. That solved the problem. I think they stopped showing up on the channel after that. So, it was kind of funny. I can't remember who it was, though.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
It might have been you. I'm pretty sure. Wait, Persona, when did you start watching the streams? I'm trying to remember. Because I'm pretty sure it was a while ago. You might have clicked on the voice channel accidentally, but I don't think you were in there for like a while. Like the guy was... Oh shit. Wait, where'd it go? What the... Fucking bird. It's like dancing around on top of me. I couldn't even turn around and hit it.
That's hilarious.
That's why I hate the Sound, even though it's like one of the towns closest to it. It's such a pain in the ass to go to. You joined at Mirror's Edge? Yeah, that wasn't long ago at all then. I always forget like how long some people have been around for. Because when someone's around a lot, it kind of feels like they've been there forever. Like I would actually say you're along for like a longer time, Persona, just because I'm more used to seeing you here lately. But yeah, all things relative. It was a short while ago. Which, I mean, even if you asked me right now, I'd be like, I wouldn't even be able to pin down when we did the Mirror's Edge, because I actually can't remember. Was it like September or something? You know, also a funny thing to think about. I can't believe it's already the end of March. It's gonna be April.
Yeah.
Already like 3 months into this year. It's crazy, dude. Actually, speaking of which, is this was the end of this month that they're gonna stop selling those Mario games? You know about that, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
I remember hearing about that
already
before.
happened.
Oh, did
Yeah.
it? I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
I thought it was supposed to be like March or something.
Happened this month. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it already happened. I don't really know. But I remember them saying like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna stop selling them." Like at this point, I'm like, why would they do that? That just sounds stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if they stayed along with that or not.
Yeah, they first released them. I think was last summer, maybe in like August or whatever.
Yeah, my nephew and my brother were trying to get me to do that game, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that happens way too much, Persona. What's funny is I always ask Mike, and he's like, "No, the birds like never attack me. For whatever reason, they insist on attacking the shit out of me." I don't know if Mike just does not go through the wasteland as much as I do, so he doesn't realize it happens all the time.
Assistance?
Or if maybe for some reason, like, there's just a... Oh, Mike. I got the Crucible schematic at the traders. We knew this was gonna happen.
Peace be
It's
with
hilarious,
you,
though.
friend.
But you just knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But once you find it, you're gonna keep
Pleasure
finding it over and
doing
over.
business with you.
It's what you
Good
said, and you're
experience, at
absolutely
least.
right. Yeah, that's true. Alright, well, now we can make more Crucibles if you want. If you want to, multitask on the steel or whatever. Okay, well, I don't need that. Oh, there's a lot of skill books today.
Safe travel.
Glad I went around and checked, because I actually got a decent amount of these things. Alright, apparently I have that.
Come back tomorrow. We get new goods daily.
Yeah, well. Wait, hold on. How much was that? I know I already have one. Wow, the motorcycle's not that expensive in this game. It's only 17,000 dukes, which is actually
Oh,
not that
yeah.
expensive. Just buy outright. You know what I just noticed because I just like stopped to read it? How are you at level 61 already and I'm still at level 56?
Good question.
Especially because I look. It says enemy kills. You've killed 1,800 enemies, and I've killed 2,700. I have like 1,000 more kills than you. Must be all the crafting or something. That's funny. Oh, the bird likes to... Yeah, no doubt it likes to attack me. I don't know what is up with the birds attacking me, though. It's just funny. Because I remember like, reading... I mean, they're supposed to be vultures, right? So they're supposed to attack things that are dying. Like, you know, vultures in real life. At least I assume.
Yeah.
But I'm usually at full health when they attack me, so it doesn't make any damn sense. It's like, oh, we just feel like it anyway. Screw you. Because I died more? Yeah, I died, was it 2 more times? 3 more times? Yeah, 2 more times. I don't think that should have a big effect on it, though. 2 deaths? I would probably chalk it up more to the fact that Mike does a lot more crafting. Maybe upgrading the blocks, too. Yeah, I think that happened where Mike was upgrading all these blocks, and then later on I'm like, wait, hold on. If you upgrade the blocks, you get like a shit ton of experience. And I'm like, that's why you're like doing all this upgrading, Mike. Oh, hey, Fantron, how are things going with you? Yeah, I don't remember if you were here last time or not. Oh, you probably saw the title, but, yeah, we got the Crucible last time. And funny enough, I just went to the store, and I got the schematic to get the Crucible, which we were joking around about. Mike was saying, like, once you get one Crucible, you're just going to keep finding them afterwards. And it seems to be coming true. So I think Mike put the Crucible in back at the forge next to the base, and he's using that right now to get all that stuff together. I don't know if he has to, like, melt more iron first or what. But eventually we'll be getting a healthy supply of steel. I'll just drive into a tree, so why not? Oh, and also guys, fair warning, it's almost nighttime in the game, so the game's gonna start taking a dive, so you know it will. Gonna see if we can get to this trader before it closes. I always forget the closing time, so it'll probably close right on me as I get there. Let's see, I'm keeping a monitor on it. It's 47. Oh, it just went to 43. Oh, back to 48. It's gonna be like the next hour or two, it really starts to get bad.
That was weird. I had like a screamer appear on me. And then after that, it was just like, oh, nothing spawned, apparently.
What can I get you today?
Yeah, sometimes if you kill it fast enough, it doesn't get a chance to spawn it in, which obviously is a good thing. Cottonseed recipe.
Thank you, Survivor.
Oh yeah, Persona.
Check back soon.
Not Persona,
I get new
Fantron. I mean.
merchandise daily.
You got a new controller for the Switch? Did your old one break or something? I've always heard people say that they had issues with their controllers for the Switch, especially if they use them a lot. And I actually watched a video on that recently, but it was about the, I almost said the Persona 4. And that's completely wrong. It's the PlayStation 5. That apparently the PlayStation 5 has a lot of issues with their controllers too. And it's just a shame. It seems like everything has problems these days. You know, no matter what system it's for. And it's really ridiculous because these controllers are not cheap. Those Switch controllers, what are they? They have to be like $70? Maybe even more? I know they're really expensive.
Oh, yeah. Depending on which ones you get.
This has nothing. Oh, wait. How did I not see this? I'm glad I caught it.
Digging this up, I don't have any luck.
So I don't just check twice, check 3 times and 4 times and however many times you need. The game seems to know what you need. And so that first wrench usually takes some time. I swear, that definitely is the case, Kyle. It always feels that way. It always knows what you need and it just is like, nope, not giving it to you. You haven't suffered enough yet. We have to ingrain it into you to appreciate it fully. What was the other one that I got before? Can't remember now. Oh. Well, we're full of items anyway. Let's get back to the base. Oh, I'm glad to hear your old one didn't break. That's good. You just need a controller that's easy to play the NES games. So, what kind of controller did you get? I don't actually know of all the controllers that you can get for the Switch. Is it like a special one for retro games?
I think they have one available for it.
I remember they used to have one when they had the Wii. They had the old school type controller so you could play those old games on the Virtual Store.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I've always said that, it seems like they've taken longer to get the stuff out for the Switch than it did like when they first had the Wii. So it kind of been going about the whole thing slowly for some reason. Just let me access the... Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I hate when I hit the wrong thing. Wait, what? Okay. I'm just confusing myself. Here we go. A wireless NES controller. That's cool. Does Does it actually look like the original NES controller? Because that'd be really fun. Seen a person make a cookie look like a Switch? That must be quite, like, it'd be cool if they, like, made it look like the Switch and they, like, give it to them, but it's, like, kind of, like, obscured so you can't quite see what it is. And, like, oh, you gave me a Switch as a gift? And, like, no, it's a cookie. It's like, it's delicious, though, so you like it. Oh, the game still hasn't started dying yet. I mean, it is getting lower and lower in frame rate. It's about 37 now. 35. I bet once I get to the base, it's gonna start to really choke up, though. Seems to be a combination of factors that run together to make the game absolutely hate me. It's when the game starts to get to this time of day, and it's when I'm near the base as well. Those two things, it just, like, completely makes the game furious with me. It wants to burn up my computer. I don't know if you play too many more of the modern games, Mike, but do you have any games that make your computers want to, like, absolutely murder you? Because it starts, like, running like it's kind of about to die?
Really?
Not really?
It was my old computer that had that problem the most.
Oh, I remember when you tried to do some of the Let's Plays on the old computer. It's always an issue.
But a lot of the games I've been playing now don't really require a lot of processing power and stuff.
Oh, boy, I hit into, like, oh, that's iron, I think. Yeah, I actually saw a picture of which I was going to share with you, but I forgot. And it was kind of, I think it was the meme with the, you know, the guy walking with the girl, and then he's, like, kind of turning his head and looking at the other girl. And it's, like, my, like, expensive gaming PC, and he's turning his head to look at, like, me playing a 20-year-old game. Instead of, like, the latest games for the PC. Yep, now it's running like crap. Oh, Mike, what are you doing? I'm running to my bike.
Around.
Yeah, I just reversed my bike around. Run to my poor motorcycle. You gonna hit me next?
Nope.
Alright, well, good. Ugh, so sluggish. This time of the day cannot end soon enough, I tell you. Hey, George, look out for that tree. Oh, yeah, I remember that. George of the Jungle?
Mm-hmm.
Was that with Brendan Fraser? That movie? So I'm trying to remember now, I just can't. I think it was with Brendan Fraser. Hey, what's up, Team Master? How are things going with you? We are doing well tonight. We are trading. Trader Joel's is closing. My game is running very, very sub-optimally right now. Just the way this game is. Hopefully it eventually gets patched out. Just have to keep our fingers crossed. Oh yeah, Team Master, I always mean to ask you. You probably are busy, but how have you been enjoying the computer lately? Been playing anything good on it? Oh, here we go. Put this in here.
Trader Joel's is now closed.
Yeah, we know. You really close like a second after you say that you're about to close, so I don't know what the point of that is.
Alright, 2 more upgrades with steel.
The only good thing is when they close, they should also start improving the frame rate in this freaking game. Here we go. In a second. There we go. It's like such a weird contrast. Just immediately gets better. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, you have to send me a picture at some point. T-Master finally water-cooled the PC, so it's probably looking awesome. So you got everything hooked up to the water cooling now? CPU, the GPU, and all that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he needs an intercom. It is kind of silly. Because you also have to keep in mind that we only really hear him because we live right next door to him. Like, normally if you're playing the game, you will not hear that go off unless you're actually near him when you're shopping. So it's almost kind of silly. I mean, I guess it's not bad. It gives you a little bit of advanced notice that he's going to be closing. So if you're like, really want to do your shopping quickly, you could fit it in there. Should probably hold on to some food because I'm probably going to need it in a little bit. Oh. Wait, did I have a little sweater? I just didn't realize it. Maybe I did. I don't notice half the damn time. I mean, yes, that is totally possible too. You could just be being a massive jerk. Are you going for a nighttime ride?
No, I'm like trying to turn off your light, but it keeps turning back on. I'm like, forget it.
I mean, it doesn't waste any battery, it seems, so it should be okay.
I know.
Try to remember, did it used to use up your battery at one point in one of the earlier versions? Yeah,
Back
that's
when
what it
there
was.
actually a battery charge, yeah.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to seeing what that looks like after it's all, now it's all finished now. I always want to say the wrong name for some reason, because I'm looking at like one person's name, I want to say it. T-Master. Oh, that's right. I think we're running low on water. Didn't I say that? Yeah, I was going to go and fill up some water bottles last time. Let me get a whole bunch out and I'll just take them on over a river or whatever. That slipped my mind. It's one of the things that happens between streams. Yeah, it's all green alcohol, not water. Mineral water. Alright, thankfully I didn't really need that much of it. We are going to want to get some more. Mike's going to throw my motorcycle into a lake? I hope not. Mike, would you ever do that?
Nah. Never.
That sounds very reassuring. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. That's what I do.
There's less further than I thought there was.
Since it kind of saved your ass last time, I'm gonna upgrade the fallback base a little bit.
Yeah, that worked really well, because I decided to use that to try to get the zombies off of our main base. And that did a lot of good, because I was able to kind of keep them all around there instead, so they weren't trying to bash into the base as much. To be honest, I think it saved the base. Because with the way they were like already destroying the walls and trying to get in, I think if we were both like in the base while that was going on, they were gonna already like come through all the way at that point. I would just be completely overrun. Yeah, if you guys weren't here last time, we had the Horde Night. We had a massive attack with an exploding zombie who just busted right in and took out kind of the whole corner of the base. Another one came in later and then took out the bridge that we actually had to build. And they kind of took off enough of the base where they were able to start climbing in. So after that, I kind of like just jumped out of the base entirely. And I kind of like just got them pissed off at me, so they started chasing me around instead. And then I kind of just like led them around. And I was just kind of going off of the, like that structure that Mike has out there to try to get them to focus on that instead. And it actually did work really well. Kind of surprisingly in a way. Alright, well I got enough of this stuff here. Why go to a river if you're already in a stream? Fortunately, I can't get any water from the stream. Unless you guys want to send me water bottles or something. But then I have to actually give you my address, which I probably don't want to do.
Yeah, just get a PO box like with the rest of the streamers in the world.
Did I just do something? Actually, there's a pool over here we could take water from. As disgusting as that would be, it's actually fine for you to do in this game.
It's one of the
There's always a
funniest
dog
things
that
I
wants to spawn here. Probably gonna do it
ever
again.
heard that streamers will do is they will create like, you know, like PO boxes for streamer gifts, basically. I'm like, huh.
Whoa, what? That's weird. I got a dog to spawn in right— oh, what the fuck? It despawned and respawned again. This fucking dog, man. Alright, well now you're dead. Go to hell.
Wait,
Stupid
in our
dog.
base or somewhere else?
No, in the house next door to us. There's always a dog that wants to spawn in the same area.
Oh, that's right.
And he spawned in front of me because he wasn't there at first. And I'm like, oh, let me get my crossbow ready. And then I backed off, and he disappeared. And I started to walk forward slowly, and he reappeared again. Here we go. Perfectly fine water. Well, after we boil, of course. Let's go take him apart for the animal fat or whatever. You're not gonna do the joke, we just couldn't waste the opportunity. Hey, that's what they say, when you get an opportunity, take it. That seems risky. Such a traitor.
Oh crap, I kept all the cobblestone. I didn't give it back to you. Aw.
Mike. Not that I really need it right now. I was gonna use it before when I was upgrading some of those blocks, but I just used regular wood instead. Time to put a whole bunch of water on the kettle here. Oh, you ran out of wood on this stove, Mike. You didn't finish making the food.
Oh, I thought it did. I had it set up so it should have plenty
You were
of time.
6 seconds short. Apparently it doesn't matter because it's just gonna continue cooking now that I put the other thing on.
Yeah.
Just funny
Which
though.
is funny. I think in Minecraft, if a thing didn't finish cooking, it would actually start to uncook itself unless you put more wood or coal in the stove. I'm like, what? I was like, that's interesting.
Are you down your mine shaft again, digging?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure. Because the door is open, so I want to shut it just in case. You know what, I'm going to take out some coffee. I'm going to go do some mining, actually. Because I did see that iron back in the other area. Let's try to get some of that. We'll probably enrage some zombies, but we could deal with them. Unless it's a wandering horde. Maybe then we can deal with them. Just be annoying.
Well, that would suck because I'd be attacked by a wandering horde right now if I was one spawned in. Because I'm out.
Well, I'm not gonna go right where you are, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Are you secretly J-Pedal? I don't know. Are you? That'd be kind of a twist, I guess, if you were. Where did I hit that? I actually would be surprised though, because I wouldn't guess that if that was the case. Where the hell? Probably not gonna be able to find it now. Oh! Okay. I almost just ran right into a bear. And it's attacking the ground now, it looks like. What the hell? Well, let's look somewhere else. We'll just get some different resources if we can. Check over here, I guess. Oh, there's a wolf there. Alright, well, it's a very busy night, apparently. The animals are out and about.
Nice.
See, nighttime might be dangerous for a different reason. Just 'cause I have trouble seeing where the wildlife is, it seems. This is just a regular rock, but let me hit this a little bit. Just for fun. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I asked before. I think I was joking around about another stream because you were dropping all those puns and like, oh, are you secretly J Pedal? But I didn't think so seriously.
Well, thank you for that. That shared XP.
Yeah, it's also meat for us later. Hey, I forget. It can track the wolves. And I upgraded that other one. I could get the thing to track the bears, too. I mean, it's actually not too useful because I don't want to hunt them, but it would give me a heads up on where they are. So that would actually be useful, though. Let's try to go in the house. Oh, it's back there. It's hard to see. Right now, I have no idea where that bear is. No, I probably should have marked it on the map. I went by that before. Let me get back to my bike.
You know, I wonder if our man-made forest is also causing issues with the game.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good potential for performance issues, I suppose. Having a bunch of trees in one spot.
Well, I just realized I needed a lot more wood to make a lot more wood frames, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna eradicate that problem a little bit.
Oh. A zombie tripped over my motorcycle. That's hilarious.
Yes, I love stuff like that.
That is great stuff. Nope. Yeah, I have no idea where I found that other stone now. Oh, another wolf. That one might be a dire wolf, because that one looks huge. Make sure my guns are loaded just in case I need to start shooting this one.
The dire wolf salt is real.
I remember that one time, like, when you had, like, a bunch of them attack you.
I only had one attack me, and it, like, survived getting shot in the face.
Yeah. Well, this time the shotgun took it out, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I think before when we played the when we were playing by ourselves in that one save we had, I think we were doing the Navis Gaze or whatever it is called one, and like you had a bunch of wolves attack you at one point in that one. I think you were in like the snowy area, and you were like majorly pissed off too.
Oh yeah.
Because they killed it, and then I don't think you get your stuff back because you were in like a bad spot, and they just like were like standing there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty funny when that happened in your Let's Plays as well. I'm trying to remember, Mike. Did you you didn't finish uploading all this, did you?
No,
'Cause I know that
haven't.
you ended it, but you just didn't finish uploading it. Because I'm still kind of looking forward to seeing exactly how the whole thing ends. Because I know that it ended with a, like, kind of a weird issue. So I'm curious to see that. Here we're supposed to be her? Oh, I see. Yeah, it makes sense now. Let's fit a little bit more in here. I'll take this stuff out. Must be getting to be daytime because I can hear my computer getting the fans roaring up. Oh yeah, I didn't see your message before, T-Master. I don't know why. So it's a premix from EKWB, which I think I used one of those as well. No, actually, I think I got the stuff that you mix into like a... Like you actually get like a gallon of water or whatever, and then you mix it into there. Because it actually was cheaper that way, I believe. Yeah, I got the kind where you mix it in with distilled water, because that was a little bit easier for me. Because I think you get like a... You get a smaller thing, so it doesn't really cost as much. And you just mix it in with like water you have available to you. I actually recommend doing that way. Because as you could probably tell, yeah, like, you usually get the thing and it isn't really enough, because I think they send you a small container of it.
Okay, now the hallway of death is ready.
The hallway of death. Oh, I have to check that out then. I'll be right over.
It's a place where you can fight melee.
Well, the way I did, I was kind of like jumping around like a monkey. I was like climbing up the wall, then I would like jump down and hit a zombie, then I'd try to jump up again really quickly because I have like the super jump ability.
Right.
So it was actually really useful for that. I'll keep a few of these other items on me for health wise. Oh, I have a bunch of meats too. It's probably the ones I got out here. Let me put this away. You probably need that. I'll take one. Let me check it out. Let's go see what Mike did. So we could show the stream what he made to be proud of. What? Here we go. Ooh. I'm trying to think. No, actually, this should be cool. I wasn't sure at first. Yeah, I guess this helps out with that. Because then they can't get past these, apparently?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, at first, like, I can't hit them from above. But that's a good idea. I like that.
And then you can like put like two side by side. That way you have two of them like kind of protecting you from getting too close to them, for example.
There we go, guys. I did it. Y'all happy with me now? Oh wait, I can't unlock it for some reason. Oh wait, were you able to relock it? What happened there?
Yeah, I unlocked it.
How did you unlock it?
So
Oh.
I was the one that made him.
God damn it. There we go. Oh, I was trying to impress the people in the chat because they wanted to see you get locked in somewhere. But it didn't work. Sorry, guys. That would have been hilarious if it was true, though.
See, there you go. Now you got this extra room here. So they can't reach you unless you're like standing right up against it. And then they can't jump over.
Yeah, I do like that. That's clever. That would have been hilarious though if it was the case where like you got locked in there and like neither of us could unlock it. You're just stuck in there permanently. I guess unless you just broke the side.
Right.
Though if it's made of concrete, then that would take forever. Oh my god, yeah, look at this fucking forest. Like, I know I planned a whole bunch of these, but this is ridiculous. All these trees growing back here now. It's like a wall. Can't even see anything past it.
So to those who were wondering in the chat about this is a melee only thing that you can create, but the only problem with it is that if the spider monkey zombies show up, they can glitch through it and still hit you, and you can't hit them with your weapon.
Oh,
unless you're like right up on it like this, and then you're getting hit the whole time. So it's like you have to shoot them, but everything else you can hit with your hammer, for example.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Actually, I should probably leave myself a way escape route. There we go. Now I can get out if I really need to.
I'm not gonna upgrade that just in case you need to pick it up.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave them here, and they can be like that in case I need to like quickly jump up and get out of this thing. I obviously get cornered in.
Was the spider monkeys able to jump up to you from that top, or did they always jump over you?
Try to remember if what spider monkey zombies, and I don't think I did. Like in this area. I may have just not encountered any. If they did, I don't think they got up here. But I'm pretty sure when we were like they probably are able to if they really tried, because I think they were jumping in the base, weren't they? And I think this is a little taller than that is. So they probably could get in there eventually. But I'm not too worried about it. Persona's wondering if wolves and birds can bypass this. Well, the birds could just fly through, I guess, right?
Yeah, the birds can. Wolves aren't supposed to be able to get through it as easily, but because they can sometimes squeeze their way through, you never really know.
Yeah, you're not really gonna get anything that's 100% guaranteed to be absolutely safe, but that should be good enough.
And since the dogs can go down pretty quickly usually anyway, it's not the biggest deal.
Give me way too much credit.
So. Well, I'm just saying, like, if you can pull a gun quickly, then you won't have any problems
Come
with
back
them.
tomorrow. We get new goods daily.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. Just like that, that's even more secure than it was before.
Well, let's see one of these missions. I'm gonna do a mission. Oh, I know I'm supposed to get the whatever. I'm supposed to do mining, but I'm gonna forget about that. I'm gonna do a mission, get that done before we have to end the stream here. Got a tier 4 in the town. I'm gonna try to take that out.
Do you think the thing is high enough to put in a roof of bars? I mean, I'm not gonna make like a whole bunch of bars, but just enough so you can walk to the middle if needed.
A roof for the thing that you built?
Yeah.
I don't think we really need one, do we?
It would allow you to be able to walk through the middle, and that can sometimes throw them off a little bit, so you can shoot down at them a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, I guess you want just like a small patch just to like connect one end to the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Trying to find like
Probably
middle.
decent idea. Where's my ammo? Oh, here we go. Bit of extra on us, just in case. Really need regular arrows. That's just rubbish. We'll put this extra stuff away.
So, question is, centered?
Nah, don't do the centered.
Okay.
Do it so it's even with the top.
Okay.
That'd be my advice. prepared for this. I'm alright. Did you guys refine the crucible? What do you mean? Mike put it in the forge, I believe, right? Because you already got that working?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mike's already got it in the place, and I know I haven't really showed off on stream how you do that, because Mike's pretty much been doing that stuff, but there's a forge that we have in the traders, and that's where Mike puts in the iron and the other stuff, and it does all the processing of that kind of stuff, essentially. Yeah, Mike has to put it in the forge, and then when it's in the forge, it takes in metals, the iron, some other stuff too, lead, I guess. And Mike kind of smelts that down, and he can make other stuff with it. And I could do that too, but I just hadn't really done it because I didn't put the points in it initially. And I probably have a lot of recipes for that stuff now that I learned, but Mike's just used to doing it, and I'm not. Oh, this is the waterworks. This place is kind of a pain in the ass, but let's do it anyway, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Oh, what is this? Just saw a news article. A suspected drug dealer gave a fake name to the police. And it turned out the fake name had arrest warrants too. Oh, that is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is karma. Have you a sense of humor? Oh, yeah, something that happened here, apparently. I guess where I live, they decided that they're going to now legalize marijuana, so I have no idea how that's going to turn out. But I heard the news, like, earlier today. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't really partake in that kind of thing, so I don't really have, like, a big reaction to it. I just thought it was, like, a interesting turn of events. Ooh. Oh, that broke. Sad. Oh, hello, asshole. I hear they probably do it because in a lot of other ways the state's pissing people off. So they probably like, oh, maybe we'll legalize this and it'll get people to relax or something. This mission's gonna be annoying. I try to only accept the missions now that have the, like the finding the bag instead of clearing out a whole area. This one's solely about clearing them out too, so it's gonna be a double pain in the ass. Come on, zombies. I know you're all in here somewhere. You're just gonna start pouring out the woodworks. Stripper! What's up, girl? I should say the former stripper, not just the lady of the night, I guess.
Which doesn't sound much better.
Well, the way she's dressed is not, slightly more modest, but I don't know.
There we go.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think... No, I do remember. When we started this, yeah, we did still have the older stripper model, I believe. Because I remember complaining, like, oh, I can't get too close to that zombie. Don't want to show that off. Oh, didn't want to hit that. Ooh. Break down this guy. Shit. Don't need this crap. I got a level 5 sledgehammer now. As the song goes, we're moving on up. Right, where are the base stat differences in this? Let's see. So 8 more melee damage, 8 more power attack, 14 more block damage, and a lot more durable. For her no swinging leg? but swing a weapon at her to kill her. Oh man. Oh, we can put more stuff on this too, which is good. Put another item mod on it. That's alright, Percent. You weren't having to, I wasn't saying you had to delete that. That was just funny. Ah, damn it. Oh, I did bring food, thank God. I kind of want to get rid of some extra crap that I'm carrying. I'm gonna clear out this room first. Oh, didn't equip the item after I just got it. Stupid of me. Die. Thank you.
Okay, I think that
I should say die again. What's up?
So I got enough supports in there now that it should hold it up.
Oh, were you having issues with it before?
Well, I had a pillar that I had just in case like it was gonna fall, you know, while I was building it. And then I didn't like how it looked, so I destroyed it afterwards and then put 2 pillars next to it. That'll hopefully keep it from having problems.
Where's the, Oh, it's out this way. Yeah, it's not too much of a trouble either way. Please let me put this in here. Okay, thank God. Oh. Yeah, I don't need that axe. That's an extra one that I do not want. Don't need the gasoline. Trying to put away stuff. I'm like, what can I get rid of that I probably won't be using in here? Oh! Oh! Mike, I had a herd of zombie dogs run by me as I was in my menu sorting through stuff.
I've had that happen.
Oh my God. Luckily, like 2 ran past me. 1 did start charging at me, but I was able to get out of it quickly enough. Holy crap. It scared the shit out of me. Oh. Go to hell. Freaking hellhounds. Stuck here anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of defense. 10. I mean, count my 2s.
Oh, that was fun. Scared me so much. Like, what am I doing?
I need 1 more.
I swear, the game does know what you're doing. And like it does specific things to piss you off. Or try to get you killed. The game is amazing in that regard. Let me just... Now I'll just dump everything that I don't directly need in here. I want to keep healing items.
There we go.
I'm gonna risk going without painkillers, we'll see. I need wood and stones. I'm making something I'm not gonna be making here. Yeah, I mean the dogs aren't hard at this point in the game anymore. It's just startling when you see a horde of them just run past you. Literally 2 feet in front of your face. Where was I searching last? Not out here. I mean, we have to clear the whole thing out, so it's not going to matter too much, but I'm trying to keep myself at least in a somewhat organized way to clear this place. Yeah, a lot of games do that. Yeah, I knew it was going to be this place. This is where we had the fun before. This is a... Oh my God, and there's like 3 of them here. This is a place where we died at one point in the past, trying to go through an area like this. Here we go. Did he drop a bag in there? Because I thought I heard something splash. No? Okay, it's just them. Alright, some of these will break on us. Just make sure it's cleared out, because they do count, even though they're in the water like idiots. This one's in a stupid pose. If you stay facing one direction for too long, it'll spawn a zombie behind you. Is that true? Do you know about that, Mike?
That's a rumor, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that sounds like something they would do. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Like, it's probably one of those things that they would say is supposed to be a bug, like, you know, but then they're like, now it's kind of like an exploit. It's like, oh yeah, sure.
Call it whatever you will. Huh. I'm not gonna bother looking to see if there's anything good in there. More of you up here. That's just a silly place for a zombie to be. Does make them sound like creepers. Ooh. It's gonna be a pain to get through. Wait, is that connected to... whatever. Let's probably get through here. Yeah, because Minecraft's one of those games where it keeps playing when you pause it. So that could happen. I do like that about this game. If you're doing single player, it actually will pause it for you. But obviously if you're doing multiplayer, like the game does still progress even if you use the settings menu. The Weatherman lies us supposed to be raining zombies today. Sadly it happens though. Alright, I don't know what we're dropping in on if we're going down there, so I'm going to take these guys out from up here first. They're getting through it. Now this goes... Oh god, they're going to go back... Oh, you know, I'm just going to drop down and fight them here. Because they're going to be going to the waterworks, I bet, and they're going to be falling all over themselves like idiots. Actually, this isn't really waterworks, is it? Well, either way. Are you guys in such a hurry to die? So I can help you. Rubbish! It's amazing what people abandon these days. I don't play much Minecraft anymore, Persona. Yeah, it's something that I wanted to play more of, and I was gonna try to do that as a streaming thing this year, but then I just can't get my account back with Microsoft. And actually, I don't know if you want to share it, Mike, but you can if you want. Do you want to share your recent experiences with Minecraft that you had with Microsoft?
I guess I can. So I don't know if anybody has Minecraft on the console. But apparently a lot of people have been having nothing but issues with that lately. And one of the more common things with it nowadays is they're trying this new thing where they're trying to switch over to something called a Microsoft account. And I don't know if anybody in the chat's used it or not, but if it does, it probably makes your blood boil just hearing that, because if so, you've probably had nothing but issues with it lately. And I actually think that it's because they're actually planning on doing away with it, because in my experience, I play the game with my nephew, and we haven't been able to play it anymore because our accounts that we created just for that game, you know, don't work. Like, they just don't do anything. And basically, yeah, the Switch version, also known as, pardon me for saying this, the shittiest version of Minecraft out there. Like, literally everybody swears by this now. Everybody says that if you have the Switch version, you wasted your money. And I'm like, it's not that horrible. Like, the game you can play, like, you can play it yourself. It's playable, all that good stuff. But the issue is, for some reason, Nintendo and Minecraft
Microsoft?
just don't get along. Yeah. And Microsoft. None of them get along. And so apparently what happened recently, according to a lot of people, is that the accounts that you're supposed to be able to use flat out stopped working and haven't worked in a while. And somebody said, like, yo, there's so many things that you can do to fix it, yada yada yada. But according to a lot of sources that I've been reading lately, none of them actually work.
Jeez.
Like, some of them, like, one of the suggestions that was made by Microsoft themselves was, well, this should work, is the key word they said. This should work. What you gotta do is delete the game from your Switch and then go in and have it also delete your saved worlds. And
Great.
then when you get back into the game, it should work. And this person was doing that for their son. And this son had created a lot of worlds, you know, and stuff, and put a lot of work into them. But the son was like, well, that's okay. I mean, if we
Okay,
could
good night,
play
Team Master.
again-"
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, the kid was like, yeah, if we play online again, that'll be okay. We can rebuild the worlds. And lo and behold, it did not work. It didn't do anything. They couldn't even like the game would play and stuff, but like they couldn't get the account to work at all anymore. They couldn't get like even like you're supposed to be able to play local play, and that doesn't work either now. Either people are saying, and so they're just like, so all that work is just gone. And they have no answers. And they asked them, they're like, hey, like, whose fault is this? Like, who do I have to blame for this? And it's kind of like those pictures you see where like two people are pointing at each other. And above them is the words Microsoft and Mojang, or, you know, basically Minecraft. And they also want to add, you know, Nintendo to it as well, but you know, Nintendo flat out came forth and said, like, you know, we really don't have any.
You're still alive, bitch?
Like they basically said in their mind, like they had no control over any of this, so they don't know why they're being roped into it. Like, you know, they just said for them, they're like, oh, we just, you know, for lack of a better word, release the game on our system. Like, you know, like we had no hand in it being like programmed or anything like that, right? Which is kind of true, I guess, but
Apparently there's another horde of dogs here. Let's keep getting attacked by fucking dogs.
I think it's just like so funny though that after all this time, they've offered no updates. They've offered no solutions that I've heard. It's just like, it's like they don't even like say something like, oh, sorry, you know, anything like that. Like you would think they would at least try to do.
Yeah, that's trash.
You know? And like some people are now like saying like if you buy it, you know, if it's not too late, go get your money back. And I'm just like, damn.
I guess we cleared this. I don't really see, I was hoping to find more stuff in there, but oh well. What? I didn't fall in here. God damn it. Yeah, that reminds me also kind of like this game where, you know, a lot of people say how they got it on the console, now they're disappointed about it, and they just can't get, you know, really any compensation for it at this point.
And as I said before, like for this game, yeah, if you get this on console, just send it back. Like just immediately take it, put it back in its case, and say, "Oh, I was wrong to buy this. I don't want it."
Well, then again, most people probably got it like digitally or whatever, I assume.
Yeah. It's like I don't know how it works then, but
Jesus, it's far away.
I've always just heard people say like if you bought it on console, you know, immediately find a way to get rid of it and get your money back. Because they, as of like every week that we, you know, do this again, it's still the same thing where there's no new news about it, and people are continuing to believe that there's never going to be any new news.
Oh, you typed before why Nintendo and Microsoft don't get along? Well, I think we all know the reason why that is. I mean, that's a long history. They are competitors, and yeah, obviously they aren't always going to work with each other very well to get things compatible with one another, because when you think about it, what's Microsoft's real incentive to get working like, amazingly on the Switch? In most cases, they probably want people to buy it for the Xbox or whatever instead.
The funny thing is, I heard that they're even against Sony now, because the game's on PlayStation as well, right? But they tried to force it on that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I've heard is that people are saying they're having trouble with that as well now. Like they can't get, like sometimes the game just won't flat out load. They'll have trouble connecting their Microsoft account to that because they forced it on that as well. And the only thing I know about the Microsoft account, you know, and like full, is that for the PC version, it's not implemented at all. Like, they said they want to do it, but the last thing I heard is that they kind of took a step back from it, and they said it's because, well, they were hoping that it'd be more secure for you to log in with it. And I'm like, I was telling Try this, I was like, if you can't even log in now to it, how exactly is that secure? Because that's what the problem is right now. Since you can't log into your account at all, it's like, yeah, you can play the game on the consoles, but that's how they force you to play online for, well, quote unquote, free, you know? Like, for Nintendo, you have to pay for your Nintendo Switch online account. For PlayStation, I think they now have a online account as well that you have to pay for. And of course, on Xbox Live has always been a ridiculous, like, steal your money away program. So, yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo was the last to do that, I think.
Yeah. I just remember
actually, it only started with the Switch, remember? Because I think when you first got the Switch, you didn't need to pay for it. And then after a while, they changed it so you did. And people are complaining because they always like, Nintendo's always had the shittiest online capabilities anyway, so like now you have to actually pay for that? Like, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which I think they like improved some things, but it still doesn't really work as well as it should for the most part.
Yeah. The thing I find so funny, though, about what Minecraft has been doing lately with their game, and like I kind of explained it to my family a little bit, and they kind of agree with this too. It's kind of like they were kind of pushed into a corner, you know, when they were bought out, and they said, hey, you're going to put your game on consoles because it'll get you more money. And they were like, fine, whatever, just, you know, get out of my face. Like, you know, and so they did it. and they've been bitter about it ever since then. And a lot of people buy into this, and like if you read online, you'll hear people saying this all the time. But they'll say like, yeah, this completely makes sense that, you know, since they're all bitter, that they were forced to be put on, you know, consoles, and that's why they're just like, you know what, screw it, we're just gonna make it where the consoles don't work then, so people will go back to the PC version, you know.
Yeah, but in a way, they still have it so you can get the freaking PC version, at least with the issue that I have. Because I've had an issue trying to get my account with that for like over a year or two now. It's been ridiculous. I don't know, I just think they're very incompetent and they probably don't have enough... I don't know what it is, if they don't have like enough drive to actually improve it. Because they're like, oh, well, we bought Minecraft for all this money, and we just want people to just like keep buying the stuff for it and not like really have to like they don't want people getting their old accounts back, so like, oh, just buy a new account, whatever.
Right. And it's like, now they have all this DLC available too for purchase, but what I've heard, which is kind of stupid, is a lot of them aren't even available for PC. Like they have these educational ones for like the Switch, for example, like, and for PlayStation. And they're actually really cool. I've played some of the ones on both the Switch and on the PlayStation. Like, there's this one that lets you become like a marine biologist, you know, which is kind of fun. So you get to go swimming around in the water and find fish, and you take a picture of them, and you take it back to the lab to get rewards for doing so. And, you know, the kids love that, from what I've heard. Like you can read the reviews, and like all these children say it's like the coolest thing ever and all that. And then they have a safari one now where you can go and also take pictures of animals and win prizes by how many you find and all that. But the cool thing about that one is it actually makes it a little bit more realistic as well, where the animals will actually attack you if you don't have a special item that you get for free in the game, you know? And I'm like, that's hilarious. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess some people would say if you're a sadist, is you can kill the animals and there's no punishment for doing it. And I'm like, oh, I don't think that should be a thing. Me personally. But I don't know what anybody else would think about that.
Yeah, I think what part of it is they bought Minecraft for, I have to Google it, an obscene amount of money back from Notch back in the day. And I know Minecraft's been popular, you know, they sold all these other things, so I would assume they probably made their money back, but I think that's part of the reason why they want to milk it so much, is because they had to pay so much money just to get it in the first place.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are kind of like wondering even back then, like, was that such a good idea for Microsoft to just like buy them when, you know, it's a game that so many people already bought in the first place?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why when they look at like,
customers.
when they look at me and they're like, oh, you bought the game back in whenever, like 2009 or 2010, wherever it was. And we don't want to give you like your copy of the game back because you bought it back when it was owned by Notch, and you know, he got the money for it instead of us, so we want you to buy the game again. Like, that's the impression that I get from it.
Yeah, it's because like that totally makes sense, and it's like, no, it doesn't. It's like, you know, how some people like to say, like, you know, put yourself in their shoes, like, you can understand it then. It's like, no, I still can't understand it. Even, like,
well, I can understand it, I just think it's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, from, like...
I know their motivations.
Like a lot of people say, like, from a business standpoint, it's like, no, even from a business standpoint, it's like being a dickhead. I mean, it's just plain and simple what it is. But at the same time, I mean, it's like, well, you know, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. My guy is starving for some reason.
There should be a lot of food in the base.
Yeah, I'm also cooking a bunch of bacon and eggs and stuff too.
Yeah, thankfully I found a bunch of food. One day on stream, we'll have to go into like the snowy area and check that out. Now that I know it's all the way out here. I wonder if we go far enough. Did we get to it? Yeah, there is the desert all the way to the south, but it's really far away. If you ever need to stop and get more, find the oil shell. Yeah, look around these houses real quick. See if I can find
You
any.
know what I think it's funny about the cat food? It doesn't give you a negative thing to your water. And I've heard that in real life, if you eat cat food, it would thirst the hell out of you because of how much salt is in it.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. They say, like, somebody ate it one time because, like, they were dared to do it.
Of course.
And they said they nearly vomited because of the salt content in it. And I was like,
So nasty.
you know what? That sounds about right. Like, you know, I could actually see that being a thing, you know? It's like, they say that the main difference between, like, cats and humans is that, like, cats need the salt to retain water. And, you know, so do we, but we don't need as much as they do. And so that's the major problem that we have compared to them, is like when it comes to trying to, you know, keep track of stuff like that, you wind up having too much salt or sodium or whatever, and you just get sick immediately.
It's probably something like if they put more salt in the food, or they need to actually like, eat or drink more of it anyway.
Yeah.
And they have to actually buy more of it. So it's probably some kind of scheme that way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's.
Oh boy. Oh, you. Who is this? You stupid bitch. Who's. What? Where is this zombie?
They really need a patch up over because these are annoying, especially when it's zombies.
If you were a roofer, you would have a never-ending supply of work in this game. Like, you would never be low on jobs. This game is a roofer's paradise.
Yeah. And carpenters.
Yeah.
As well, just in general.
Oh.
Like, oh, you need me to build you a cement wall and then embed spikes in it as well? Alright, sure.
Sounds like fun.
That actually does sound like a lot of fun, let's be real. It's like, hell yeah, let me work on that. Oh my god, speaking of, I visited some family recently, and it was for, you know, a gender reveal party type thing. And they actually have those,
Oh, there we go.
what they call bird spikes on their door. You know, like the little spikes that stick out to keep, like, what you usually do is you put them on your fence and stuff to keep birds from landing on it, or like you're on a roof or whatever, right?
Okay.
But they put them on their door. And we looked at them and we're like, hey, what's up with the spikes on your door? Like, and then we saw they had dogs and we're like, oh, okay, it's for the dogs, right? Like, you know, that makes sense, I guess. It's like, because the dogs would come up and, you know, like slam into the door and stuff to try to get let in and stuff, and it probably was damaging
Jeez.
the door. And so we were like, okay, that makes sense. But then they said in a, like, you know, joking way, they're like, also it's for the zombie apocalypse. I'm just like, I just rolled my eyes. I'm just like, really? You're gonna make that joke? Come on.
It's like the little thing they have in the mirror. Zombie apocalypse may be sooner than it appears, or closer than it appears.
Oh yeah. I still say my favorite illusion of all time is that one, like the fog, and then like you see a tree in the distance, and it says the longer you stare at this picture, the more zombies appear. I'm like, that was the coolest thing ever when I first saw that.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Oh yeah, I think you can look it up online, and someone actually made like more of a GIF out of it, so it actually does like terrify people a little bit more because of the GIF part of it. But
Oh no, Mike, you call it a GIF?
Oh, whatever.
Oh, Mike. No. Not the soft sound. Oh, there's bears still there.
Yeah.
You know, I think they said that the official way is supposed to be that way, the GIF. But I can never get used to that. I always call it a GIF.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm of the hive mind where I'm like, I don't give a crap what you call it. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it the damn movie.
No, the GIF is the master race.
And I'd be fine with that. The damn movie.
Mike, how could you? Well, if you ever get bored, go head to the bear den and unwind that way.
Oh my god. For fun. And to, you know, make myself sound way older than I am, of course. I went up to one of my younger coworkers, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna test this person just to see, you know, what they think. And I came up to him and I was like, hey, have you heard of the movie Be Kind, Rewind? And they looked at me and they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna explain this movie to you, and I want to see how you react, okay? And they're like, okay. And I'm like, so in the movie there's VHSs, and immediately the reaction was just like, wait, what?
There's a what?
Yeah, like they knew what they were after I explained them, but like at first, you know, it was kind of like that, you know, kind of like gears turning type thing, like, wait, VHS? And I was like, oh, that's fun, I love it. And then I was like, I was making a joke basically, and I was making the joke about like, could you imagine if you told a person nowadays they have to rewind a DVD before they send it back, you know, or something, which nowadays there's not many rental places for that anyway. But I was saying how funny that would be to try to tell a person who's not very tech savvy to rewind a DVD. They would look at it and be like, rewind it how?
Alright, I got a question. Can I get banned on YouTube for drunk driving? So I took a beer. Now we're riding. Oh my god! I almost drove off to a lake. All right, don't drink and drive, kids. This is a public service announcement. This is educational.
Yeah, as long as you do that, I'm sure it's fine. You little snake.
Just had a beer and hit the road.
I always love it when I read stories about that where people do shit like that, and it's like they're like, oh yeah, I was just driving here and you know, to try to make sure I wasn't keeping an open beverage in my car, I held it out the window the whole time, and then I took a drink of it at, like whenever I was stopped at a red light or anything like that, you know, it was totally fine. And the person just looked at him and goes, legit. So you just admitted to me that you were drinking and driving? They're like, no. See, like, you don't understand. Like, it's like, and then they try to like explain, and the person's like, right, you know, just wait right there. A nice man will come here, or a woman eventually, and they'll help you get home. And they're like, oh good, but they hold my beer for me too? And they're like, yes.
What the hell?
I just love those stories so much.
Like, no, I wasn't drinking and driving. See, I would drink, then I would drive a bit, then I would stop, and then I'd drink again.
Yeah. I'm just like, good lord, what are these people doing?
It's a working workbench. Well, of course. It
DVDs.
wouldn't be a
Haven't heard
workbench
that in a
for work.
while. I know. People don't use DVDs anymore either. Not really. I mean, like... I still have a few DVDs myself, but like nowadays, yeah, you just kind of go online and find the movie you want to watch on like either Netflix, what's the other one that Amazon Prime or whatever. Yeah. Well, Pirate Bay you can't too, but you run that risk of someone sending you nefarious shit.
Oh.
If you're not careful. But yeah, I was just saying like how funny it is that like nowadays you mention a DVD to people too and you get the same response. Like, you know, like Yuki said, it's like, wait, wait, people still buy DVDs? And it's like, oh god.
Are you still even able to find DVDs anymore?
I think they still sell them at stores and stuff, yeah.
Huh.
The only thing they don't sell,
You
and this was
fucking
kind of,
son of a bitch. Get out of here.
was kind of funny to me. You remember how when I first started... Shut up, Trader Joe, you dickhead. All right.
Jeez.
Anyway, when I first started YouTube, I was using this is
a very angry stream, by the way.
I was using a DVD recorder to record my video games because I couldn't afford a capture card, and I wanted to, you know, make videos, and so I found out that I could use a DVD recorder to capture my gameplay and stuff. And then
also, for the record, Mike started doing his Let's Plays back in 2009, so this is a while ago too, and you know, things were a lot more difficult back then to do that sort of thing.
But yeah, and so at the time, you used to have these things. Hold on.
You
Used to have these things called DVD RWs, and basically there would be a plus in the middle of that, and that meant that you could reuse the DVD a bunch of times. And really, I should have, you know, found an alternative way to record very quickly before that, because I realized I was spending a lot of money on those in the end, because I ended up having to, you know, buy a lot of them, even though you could reuse the same one. I think it was like about 5 times, and then it would stop working entirely.
Well, that's not
or
very
something
much
like
at all.
Yeah. But, and depending on how, like, what quality you did on the recording as well, that also determines stuff as well. So, yeah, and so it wasn't a very reliable way to record, I'll just say that. But what was really funny is I've gone to my, I've gone to stores a lot lately, and all they sell nowadays is, like, DVD-Rs, and, like, they're only for storing information from your computer, and that's it. And it's like nobody uses them anymore, so they just kind of sit there collecting dust, because it's like there's really no need to use them anymore. It's like it's one of those things that really with you know, external hard drives and stuff like that, like you can get solid state drive external hard drives and stuff nowadays. It's like you might as well just use that, because they're a lot more reliable than a DVD that you can lose or something.
You know what's funny that I've heard, which I'm not sure how true it is? I've heard people say that the reason why some people back things up to a DVD is because when information is burnt onto a DVD, it actually has, like, it actually is preserved longer than a hard drive would be. Like, assuming, like, you were to, like, leave it alone. Like, they say a hard drive, like, the data on it will actually degrade after, like, a certain amount of time. Like, it'll take years. But I think they say, like, if it's burnt onto a DVD or whatever, it actually lasts, like, several decades longer than a hard drive or whatever, supposedly. I don't know how true that is. It's just something I think I read at one point. I would double check before, you know, making any actual, you know, backup plans if someone was to actually do something like that. But yeah, I think in a way it's like really cool that you did that thing that you did with the DVD, because it's kind of like thinking outside the box in a way. Like I know you probably were like watching some other Let's Player who like did something similar, and like that probably gave you the what's up?
It was father that came up with it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was like, he realized that with the DVD recorder, there was an option to, you know, plug game systems into it, and he was like, he said to me, he's like, "Hey Mike, I'm curious," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Would you be able to hook your game system into this and record using that?" And you know, I looked at it and I was looking it over and I was like, and then I tested it, and sure enough, like I had to like finagle how to get it to work, because like I don't know if there was any guides online for that at the time when I started using it, but I just kind of, you know, played around with it and got it to work. So yeah, it was like one of those like kind of like, I don't want to use a camcorder because that's what was available. Like that was another way that people were
yeah, back in the day they used to do it.
And if anybody remembers camcorder things, like yeah, you know how horrible those were.
Yeah, it always get made fun of.
Like you felt bad for the person in a way though, but at the same time you're like, but at the same time it's like you have way better options.
Yeah, but like you said, back then, not only were capture cards expensive, there weren't really that many of them that you could get.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really good point.
Yeah, I
you know
remember
what's
when
funny? One thing that we did when I was a kid, I accidentally recorded gameplay on a VHS at one point. Because I was playing around with my cousin, and I had a TV that had it had like a VCR built into the TV. So like we had a tape in there that we just, you know, forgotten was in there, and then like we accidentally hit the record button at one point, and actually recorded like the game while I was playing. Like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that, even though like it's kind of silly. It's something that like is kind of obvious, but as a kid you never thought that way, because this is back in the 90s. Like I think the game was like Final Fantasy VIII, like when it first came out, so like whatever that was, like 99 or whatever. And so like the idea of recording gameplay was like nothing had ever crossed my mind up until that point. I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool that you could do that. But I never really did anything with it because, you know, there was no reason to do anything. It wasn't like there's any YouTuber ever to upload that to.
Right.
And the fact was, you know, actually, you know, recording on tapes was like, tapes weren't really that expensive, but I was a kid for one, and like my parents wouldn't let me do that. Just be like, oh, I just want to record my gameplay on a tape. Though I did think it would be kind of cool to like do that. I was actually kind of like contemplating that idea as a kid. Like I wanted to just like record my gameplay, just have like a thing to refer to. I actually made like a little journal that I had sometimes where I kind of kept notes about the games I would play and like what would happen in it, to kind of remind myself of, you know, the story and what was going on and look back at later.
I actually still write down stuff from video games in journals every now and then. Like we actually have a old journal from back when like my parents used to play the original, you know, Legend of Zelda and stuff like that, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have a journal that, like, you know, shows the maps and all that you needed and like what was in each dungeon and all that, right? And like I actually bought them a new one recently, so if they wanted to, you know, rewrite it all and
Oh, that's nice.
whatever they could. And like every now and then I find myself, you know, being like, hey, I might as well, you know, record some of this stuff or whatever down on paper instead of like on a computer or something, in case like, you know, power goes out. And I know you can't play the game when the power goes out, but I'm just saying, like, and you just want to, like, you know, read up on it while you're waiting, you can, or whatever. Or like if you're playing like a Game Boy or something while it's out and you need like, and you have to have an idea in the Game Boy or whatever other mobile video game you're playing, you can do it for that. Wow, the house needs a lot of concrete as well, doesn't it? Jesus.
Oh, you guys are talking about floppy disks. We can talk about those too if you want. I remember using the floppy disks back in the day for certain games. Doom is one of them. You had to get it on a floppy disk. You didn't really have CDs as much back then. I think you could get it on CD, but it was actually cheaper to get the floppy disk most of the time.
Are we thinking about doing one more day, or are we gonna call it early?
It's up to you, Mike.
Scared.
Right now, I'm just like unpacking my stuff that I got.
I mean, I've just been like pretty much stuck at the base, updating, like upgrading everything to concrete, pretty much. So, I mean, I'm fine with that, but I'm like, it's really not much for us to really do besides like make sure we're ready for the horde and then go out and do quests.
Oh, speaking of the horde is tomorrow in the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't even really keeping track of that. But yeah, day 70 should be a horde night. Wait, is this my shit? Yeah. So, yeah, I guess you have to be ready for that soon.
They were coming through the, trying to come through the chimney.
Wait, they were?
Yeah, because there's some damage to it and stuff.
Oh, maybe it was a vulture. Or maybe the police zombies, like, spit acid and it hit it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they ever got to the roof. The amount of people put Doom on everything, even calculators at one played on Discord. I'm trying to think what someone had on last. There's something that was, like, kind of surprising. Well, I mean, it's not really surprising because they put on everything, but...
Oh, I was so happy. I used one of my old, flash drives to try and back up some data I needed to on a other device, and I found my old Battlefield 1942, I think is what it was called, demo on there, and I was like, oh, that brings me back. I used to play that all the time in my computer class.
Yeah.
After we were done with our assignments, we would all play that, and one of the levels on it, like, well, the only one level you could play was like a representation of an actual war zone area and stuff. Like, it had like the artillery guns, it had like the anti-ship guns and stuff like that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, like mortars and stuff like that as well. I was like, that is an awesome game back in the day, and now you can't even play it. I don't think they, like, I think somebody remade it in a pseudo flash game that's available for download somewhere. Like, I think it might be on Steam now, and like somebody recreated that entire level in this shooting game. I don't remember what it was called though off the top of my head, but it was cool seeing that again. I was like, oh man, that's nice that they created that for people who are nostalgic about that. Tamagotchi?
Oh yeah, we had Tamagotchis back then. I remember that getting really popular. I think I had one for a little while. I don't think I really messed around with it too much because you gotta remember, at the same time, you had other shit that was like more important to me because I was really into video games at the time. So, like, whatever, the Tamagotchi came out in like 1998 or 99 or whatever. I was probably busy playing like fucking Ocarina of Time for the first time, or Final Fantasy 7 or whatever. One of those Final Fantasy games. So, like, yeah, the Tamagotchis were like kind of a popular thing. I think I messed around with it for like a little while, and then I was just like, this is kind of silly. And what's funny is afterwards you had Sonic Adventure come out, and then they had those Chao things, or Chow.
Oh yeah.
And the Dreamcast had a special memory controller where it was actually kind of like a mobile device, and so you could put your Chow onto the little virtual memory card. And then you had like a kind of a Tamagotchi thing with that, where like it would go on adventures and like it's kind of like almost like a choose your own adventure story, because like he'll be like, oh, he comes to like this part in the road, like what should you do here? And like something good or bad could happen depending on what you pick. And that was kind of cool. I actually used that a few times. Did you do that too, Mike? Did you have that thing?
No, but that sounds awesome. Yeah. I was just remembering some of my old, some of the old PC games I played now based off of that. Good old Oregon Trail back in the day. You've died of dysentery. Awesome. Thank you. Biggest meme of all time.
You've died of dysentery? Your son's died of dysentery? Your wife's died of dysentery? Everyone's died of dysentery.
And that is one game that somebody tried to make a remake of, and they just screwed it up. I was like, yeah, they added some like comical stuff to it, but beyond that, it was just like, and this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, you know, type of thing.
A fan trying to ask a question. I got a question for you guys. Would you rather pay $30 on a new movie that just came out on the stream, or go to a movie theater instead? That is a good question. Well,
I haven't been to a movie theater in a long time.
Yeah,
I'll
me
just
neither.
say that.
And I mean, before like the whole COVID thing too. Like before that, I still hadn't been to the movie theater in a long time.
Like, I'll be honest, there hasn't been very many movies that I've cared to really watch lately. That's like the sad
See, Mike, now you're
truth.
stealing my talking points, because that's what I would always say.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't know, if I had something that I really wanted to see, I actually would like to see in theaters rather than at home. But probably for like a lot of movies which maybe I'm like ho hum on. Yeah. Maybe I'd rent it, but I probably wouldn't either. I probably wouldn't see it in general, most likely. But there's some stuff like I remember you know what's funny? It's probably been about 10 years ago. They had the Lord of the Rings movies being re-released on their anniversary, like their 10-year anniversary, because I think it was 2001 when they first came out. Now it's probably been about 20 years. I think in 2011 they released them in theaters as a like a special event. And so like we went to see it there because it's like I haven't seen the movies in years. They're like epic movies that I just love so much. So I went to see them in theaters, and it was just an amazing experience. I think we also saw something like Back to the Future something in movie theaters at one point, because I think they brought that back. And like I think it's a fun experience. There's a lot of times when like you go to a movie theater and it could be like a miserable experience, especially if you're going to like a kid's movie, which are we being attacked? I guess we are. Too busy telling. I'm gonna go up and fight. Yeah, like there's a lot of movies which I wouldn't care to see because I like don't want to be in the theater with a bunch of people who'd probably be like annoying during it. But there's other stuff I would love to see at the movie theater just because of the whole experience of it being awesome. There's just these few? Oh, it was gonna be like a bigger attack. Maybe they ran this way. Nope, don't see anything. I gave up on movies, sad. I mean, did I give up on movies or the movies give up on me? Because it kind of felt that way, that a lot of movies were like, I don't know, it feels like they're not trying to really appeal to anyone.
Not really.
Or maybe they're trying to appeal to like too many people, and in a way they're appealing to no one that way.
Yeah.
You're all out of breath, Mike. I hear you panting like a dog.
I know. I still remember when one of my favorite movies for like a while was the first Resident Evil movie. And then I realized, like, at one point I was just like, I'm not really interested in it anymore. And then I think I watched the second one and I was just like, this is stupid.
Yeah, those movies are really cheesy.
Yeah.
One time in a theater, a kid was kicking my chair. I mean, if that only happened to you once, Persona, I would say you were blessed. I don't know how many times I've had people kind of mess with my chair at the movie theaters. I mean, sadly, it doesn't even have to be a kid. Sometimes you get adults doing that too. They're kind of like fidgeting around and bumping your chair or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I've heard the place it happens the most though is on
Planes.
yeah. Like you just said that, but yeah, that's the one place I've heard more than anywhere else. And I'm just like, wow, okay. I'm thinking there's cement in there. There's not.
Yeah, let's get level 5 for this. There we go. So do you want to keep playing through this day, Mike, or do you want to end this one here?
I'm thinking, yeah, we should go ahead
Good
and
time to wrap it up.
yeah, it's like we've done in about 2 days, and then we can make sure we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as much as possible to the horde. I'm just gonna collect some stone while you do your outro.
All right. So, okay, so let me just finish reading the comments. They're remaking Godzilla and the King Kong again. I think I heard about that. We'll see how that goes. We try to see the OG got bored. The OG of what? King Kong or Godzilla movies? I was on a bus redacted. Someone's kicking my seat. Yep, you have a lot of stuff like that happen, sadly. Well, anyways, guys, as always, thank you very much for tuning in and watching another session of 7 Days to Die. Next week, we'll be having yet another Horde Night, which they just seem to fly right by. I can't believe there's another one already. So we'll see how we do with this one. We got the base repaired, at least. We haven't really... Mike, did you upgrade much to steel yet, or still just kind of making the steel?
There's some that was upgraded, but there's still some more areas that could use steel.
Yeah. So we still have a lot to upgrade, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, we also have Mike upgraded the that little second base area, so we'll see how that goes as well. Might be able to use that to at least detract them from hitting the main base, which will make us have an easier job next time of not having to repair as much. And I guess that's it. Mike, do you want to say anything before we leave off here?
Nope. I think you pretty much covered it. So yeah, just...
You're not even going to try to steal your own channel?
Yeah, my channel, I'll just be honest, it hasn't had a whole lot of content lately. I finished this one game recently, Cliche Quest, that a lot of people seem to enjoy. So if you haven't checked that out, I recommend it. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I'll give a slight spoiler, I guess. It isn't finished, but it was still a lot of fun. So I recommend checking it out if you want. And that is, once again, MikeMoneyGamer, which is MikeMoneyGMR, because that's what I thought I had to, put an acronym at the end. So, yeah.
Wait, you thought you had to put an acronym at the end? Like it's a requirement on YouTube to use acronyms in your name?
No, I thought it was going to be too long if I put the full name. Okay. And I found out later that I could, and it'd been fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, your name is also on the screen above your head, so I'm showing off the people right now.
Oh, that's why you're staring right at my face.
But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Have yourselves a good night. And remember, special thing on Friday. See you then.
See ya.